Welcome everyone to the latest episode of The Testing Room, where three of the gaming industry's best video game consultants who have never actually consulted on a video game bring you new topics each and every week. As always, I'm Alex, aka the Godfather.
Christian, aka Suitable45.
And I'm Preston, aka Hypnotized by Bash.
Alexa just saw Bash.
Mm-hmm.
He's like just out of the camera height on my lap. Being a weirdo. I wish he would actually go away. But
panting. Always cute.
I don't know why he's panting. He probably have the poop sweats. You know, dogs get.
I'm sure I'll hear the panting on the microphone, so it's fine.
They went to daycare today.
So
they just got
busy day.
Yeah, they just got back a bit ago.
It's exciting.
But yeah, it was exciting. Anyway, welcome to the pod, everybody. So let's get into it. Preston, what's going on?
Yeah, we got a handful of comments. I will first apologize to Tori because I forgot one from last week. So let's roll on down to that one. I know, I'm just a piece of shit. All right, from Tori. Of freaking course, it was Christian who came up with a video game book club. I should have remembered that. Honestly, how else would he finally get everyone to play the games he's been recommending for years and knows
That's a fact.
You'll all love, but haven't touched yet? I see what you did there, Christian. Well played, sir. Now listen, I'm not here to defend Alex, but texting back can be hard. The more you have to adult, the more things get missed or forgotten. Sometimes, you want to respond, but you wait until you have a minute to not be distracted. And then suddenly it's been 3 days. With all that being said, this is Jake, who I have never met, but based on the podcast, seems like a really cool and super nice dude. So yeah, not texting him is pretty rude. Winky face.
No, I'll give you one better. I was at my meeting, so I was at a meeting this week, big meeting for work, that took a lot of my time, and I was running around like crazy yesterday, I think it was, and it's our chat, the three of us, right? And I see a message come through that takes up all of the notification window.
It was a big
and
one.
keeps going. And I just went, not right now, and swiped it.
That's okay.
So it's not just Jake. Like, don't feel bad. Like, Preston got it too.
It was for the stream. It was me doing like a 2-3 paragraphs for the stream, but yes.
I don't even think I got back to you. I think it was like the day before, and the next day I responded. It was just like,
I texted
like 3
else.
words. I was like, yes, this time, something else. Like, it was just very...
That's okay.
Alex's ability to ignore is rated E for everyone, for sure.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right, continue on. If you're looking for a fun multiplayer game, I've heard great things about RV There Yet. It's not too expensive on Steam and looks like a blast with friends. I think it would be really entertaining for you guys to try. Till next time, your friend Tori.
Oh, I have seen that. I think Max. I saw Max play that. Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that before. It looks like a good friend slap game. P.S. Congratulations on the wedding, Travis. Yeah. All right. So let me heart that one so I don't go back to it later, and then we'll keep on going up. I got the next one from Tori that I did not forget from last week. This is a new one. Starting off in this is for Bioshock 2 Part 2. Starting off in Pauper's Den was the first time this game became, I would say, creepy or unsettling. The music itself is what it did. It was very suspenseful when it needed to be, especially when you're going down the darkened hallways looking for Grace's apartment. Grace's audio logs have to be some of my favorite in the game. Did anyone catch the Grace hallway is from St. Louis? Specifically, St. Louis, Hooverville, which is the largest Great Depression era shantytown in the U.S. It was surprisingly organized, racially integrated, and self-governed community. Learning that is where her character is from. It's not hard to believe she would be anti-Ryan. Her shock if you don't kill her is kind of comical, that now she thinks she owes you a debt and sends help. So that's nice. That was nice of her. I believe Alex said this, but this game is definitely harder than the first one. Even on normal mode, the splicers are way more gross and creepier than the first one, and definitely stronger. For a place that's underwater and consistently leaking, there are way too many things on fire. That being said, going through the flooded locations and walking on the ocean floor just adds to the beauty of this game. In Siren's Alley, when you go back through after it's been flooded, you see a shark swimming above you, and you make your way to Dionysus Park.
Yeah.
I've seen that a couple times with Shark. That's a very good touches. Going through Dionysus after it's been deflooded did not let you down in the detail. It definitely looks like it's been underwater for a while, with its glowing coral to the random flapping fish that did not get sucked out with the water. The little sisters escorting got so annoyed, got so annoying so fast. Once I had enough Adam for the upgrades I wanted, I literally ignored them until I had to deal with them. The last 3 at the end of this part. And then I just picked them up and dropped them in an event and moved on. They didn't force you to take them to the bodies, at least. Oh, I did not know that. That's very cool to know. Thank God they brought back the research camera. That was so much fun in the first game. Please read it sarcastically, Preston. Sorry, I didn't see that at the very end. At least, just like in the first game, after you use it the first time, you can stop. Now, if Grace's audio logs were some of my favorites so far, the logs for Mark Meltzer are the most heartbreaking to me. He's the father
Just strap
looking for his daughter Cindy, who has just been taken, and he's searching for her. The last log you find...
Oh, are you talking... Alex, was that comment because of Minerva's Den? Yeah, you aren't fucking lying.
Yeah, it gets much worse than Minerva's Den, yeah.
It does get much worse.
Yeah, you're ready for that, Tori. Cindy, who has been taken, and she is searching for her. The last log you find is in Dionysus Park, where he finds her after she's been turned into a little sister, and tries to take her from her Big Daddy to bring her home. I assumed killed by the Big Daddy, Mr. Bubbles, since I found no other audio logs from him yet. So far, in really enjoying Bioshock 2, I can see why Christian likes this one much better than the first one. See everyone in Part 3. Tori.
Yeah, that I got the same thing, that he was killed by the Big Daddy, right? Because he saw her and tried to pull her away.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, man, we've talked about it. The game is better in every way, and yeah, we'll talk about this week. We'll talk about Minerva's Den. It gets wild.
Yeah. It's a pretty good story. All right, we got a couple more comments here. This is from Jake, all from the last one from Monster Hunter Stories 3 podcast, weekly prologue. This one first is from Two Worlds Podcast. Oh, really, Alex? You only played 2 games? You didn't play a third game with a dear friend? Right on. That's cool.
I guess I forgot to talk about Split Game.
Yeah, probably. It's okay.
You all play it again?
No, we played Split. Maybe? I mean, I guess I had to have. I would have said maybe we played it since, like, recently. I know I played Splitgate. I'm confused on the timing. I thought maybe it's something you would talk about on this one, but I guess since I got called out, clearly he listened to it, so it clearly was that one.
Yeah. To be fair, the timelines of when we record and when we put out are a little different, but I feel like Jake knows those timelines. All right, continuing on. So about the EXP share, if you haven't gotten it yet, is just 1 Pokemon. It's not like in other games where the whole party gets experience. Still makes the grind challenging in my opinion, but I also didn't want you to think that party leveling will be a breeze after you get it, because it'll take some work. I'm not one of those that poo-poo on EXP share. Yeah, it makes the game easier, but the older games can still be challenging enough. I found out about that, and to be fair, I figured there's an item that you would have to give to a Pokemon. So I kind of remember that being in one of those previously, to where it's like you give it to one who can get the experience share. The nice thing about that, and I'll talk about Pokemon more in my week because I did play a fuck ton of it, was that I would just get a Pokemon that I knew was super underleveled. I'll just give it to them. And the nice thing is, like, no matter how many Pokemon you switch around to, that Pokemon will get half the experience. Not a third, not a fourth, depending on how many Pokemon you put out, which is usually what happens, right? So if I put out 3 Pokemon to fight one Pokemon, all 3 of them get a third of that EXP share. With the EXP share, you actually get half to that one Pokemon, and then the others are divvied out to the other Pokemon, which I thought was really nice. I still like the EXP share. It's helped me out a lot. There's a couple of Pokemon that I've had that I'm like, hey, I want this Pokemon, but he's level 30.
Yeah.
I'm getting closer to 50. That's kind of what we need to do. So
I thought we said that it was an item that you had to get. Maybe we didn't though. I mentioned
that was an item that you got from the one of the aids, but I didn't mention that it was for one Pokemon. So that was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was supposed to. Yes, all the way up until they turned it on as a group thing, it was always an item that you could give to a Pokemon. Yeah.
And then continuing on, coming back to Audibly Groan at Alex shitting on Luke Cage. That show was very solid, and it's a lot better than about 75% of any Disney Marvel show that's come out after.
I did not shit on the show, to clarify. I shit on the character and actor. Yes, not the show.
To be fair, he did say Luke Cage, which I would assume he means the character itself, not the show.
He said the show was better than other shows, so he alluded to the fact I was shitting on the show Luke Cage, and that's not true, because Mahershala Ali, the other bad guy, were fantastic.
Yeah, you did mention.
It was the actor and the way they did his character were boring as shit.
I still like him. But again, I haven't watched it in a very long time, so I'm going to take Jake's word on this one, because he has my back on that one. All right, continuing on. Last one from Jake. A caked up dragon covered in oil? What the fuck are you guys playing? Monster Hunter is not what I thought it was.
Oh, I don't caked up dragon.
Caked up, I don't know. Covered in oil, I know that has happened.
He is talking about Gogmazios, but I don't know that we ever said that he was caked up.
It's
fine. I'll take it.
Jake, if you know the timestamp for that, feel free to let me know, and we'll play it back next time.
Yeah, I'm picturing a caked up dragon. I'd be down for it. It's fine.
To be fair, the weird jelly quest that you keep doing in Wilds is kind of
a little caked up.
It's weird. I don't know what the event is for, and it's just like
I love your. Can I say? You've been doing this quest for 3 weeks now, however long you've been back into Monster Hunter, and at least that I've been watching you've been doing this quest on and off. And
I've only done it. I've only done it the 3 times that you've seen me do it.
Okay, so it just so happens that it's the other times I'm watching. Either way, my point is, I love that ever since you started it, we were like, man, that's weird. I don't know what this is. And I was like, I don't know. I stopped playing. I have no idea. But your absolute refusal to Google it and just be like, I'm going to keep doing it, and then being like you keep loading into it, doing the quest, and then being like, I don't know why this is here. And it's like, you could just go find out. It's like, no, I want to keep logging in and being like, I'm going to load this quest up and be like, why?
Well, because it's actually much less fun, or much less stupid. More stupid? Anyway, there's not a good reason for me to do it, and I actually don't care what you get for it either. To be honest, what I'm doing, and I think you may have heard me, Christian, talking to Travis, and if you didn't, you had stepped off. It's because in order for me to make all the gear again, I need around 3-ish million zinni.
I did hear. I did. Oh, does that quest give you a bunch of money?
It gives you a fuck ton of money for no reason, and it's super easy.
That could be the reason.
So I don't actually jump into it. I don't queue for it. But if I see somebody running it, I just hop in it. And I'm just like, why not? Yeah. And that's what is. So to your point, I still have no idea its purpose, and I don't know what you get for it.
It could be money.
Could be the money.
Could be.
I do remember you saying that you were trying to get a bunch of money so that you could remake one of every armor set again. Because then that's when I walked by my mic as I was grabbing water, and I said, "Stop it! Get some help."
It didn't
Go outside,
nerd. It didn't come through. I'm outside a lot.
I know you are.
So
you're a very busy boy. All right, but that is the end of the Comic Corner. I would like to lastly say we are recording this the day before we do our Big Boy Day stream. Thank you to anyone who has shown up. I mean, I don't know how many people we got shown up yet because it's not that day, but this is going to come out afterwards. I just want to thank anyone who has shown up and who came out to participate in that. Any time travelers, yeah, exactly. I do appreciate all of you, not to mention the 100 followers, subscribers on YouTube. I greatly appreciate all of you, for sure.
Do you have a message for the people that didn't show up?
Show up next time.
Fuck you, you're dead.
Follow, subscribe, like things, comment.
Well, they're already subscribing, which is why you're doing it.
Comment down below why you couldn't make it. I want excuses.
Okay.
All the excuses.
All the excuses.
Yeah, all of them.
Also, it was really quick, just to go further for Jake. If you knowing or you thinking that there's caked up dragons in this game and that gets you to want to play Monster Hunter with us, then yes, there's tons and you should play it with us.
We can find mods for you. For sure.
Oh, there's the best
I know
mods.
There are mods.
If you want, Jake, if you want to see some caked up anything, we got some great mods on. For
the
Alex and Preston have custom Gemma and Alma mods. I'm almost positive.
I don't, but man, the
I've seen
mod
'em.
that made Gemma the Balangaga, where she farts all over the place, is so funny. It's so funny.
It's too good.
Yeah. So Jake, just so you know, and now the whole internet knows, there's a monkey monster you fight, and he like will eat food and he'll burp like gas at you, or he'll just literally fart. And like Capcom was nice enough to add a little like brr, like noise when he farts, just fart noise. So somebody modded Gemma, who is the curvaceous blacksmith in the game, to fit that monkey. So like it goes out. It literally is a cutscene where you see Balagaga for the first time, and it's just Gemma, and it like she beats on her chest and then turns around and just farts all over the characters, and it's ridiculous.
Balagaga is the second worst monster they've ever made, and the only one worse.
What's the first?
Is Kezu.
It's a dick
I
monster.
actually would almost flip those around.
It's a penis monster.
No. Kezu is a fucking freak. Think about for a moment the weird extendo neck animation.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, we all know.
And then when it comes back in, like it's cold outside, no, it's bad.
It does kind of go from like cold to erect.
Kezu
like
is not
like
circumcised for sure.
No. It's unsettling, and they made him white or flesh colored depending on the lighting,
fleshy.
Or red depending on the yeah, depending on the variant. So
it's too much.
Yeah, it's no good. That's the worst one. Balangaga's the second one. I would delete both those monsters if I could.
And then just put all the spider ones after that for Christian, and that's his list.
Yeah, the spiders don't really bother me in Monster Hunter, mostly because.
As far as bad as far as unsettling monsters, it's pretty much those two and then spiders.
Yeah. They don't really unsettle. Like, I don't know. I'm fine with spiders in video games for the most part.
Because I can beat them the fuck up.
Yeah. It's mostly like if I were to see something like that in real life, I would certainly have a panic attack and die. But
that's fair.
Yeah. All right.
Got my corner.
Cool. Well, let's get into our weeks. Yep. I can go first if you want me to.
Yeah.
I've played Monster Hunter. That's it.
That's where you at. What's what progress look like for Alex this past week?
He's in the exact same spot we left him in last week.
Yeah. The minus I played today. And you're probably thinking like, Alex, it's Friday, and like you have a job, and you are right. But we had a busy week, and my boss is like, don't do anything tomorrow.
Do stuff. Stay up
and I was
late.
like,
fix other people's problems.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was like, don't do anything tomorrow. And I was like, cool. I will not do anything tomorrow. So I have not done anything today. I actually had a bunch of calls, to be fair, but in between the calls I played a little bit. So what does my progress look like? I'm at 90 hours so far. I am at level 200. I have 2.5 million zinni on my way to building all the armor and stuff I had again. I have completed every quest but 2, which is Savage Omega, which is still impossible, and I have not done. There's one weird, like tempered monster that's a 9-star that's very hard, and what makes it harder is it's just you and an NPC, so it's just 2 people, and you're solo, and it's tough because like I get one shot, so it's like just don't get hit, right? Which makes it a pain in the dick. So that's it. Otherwise, I've done everything. So I was in a fight right when you guys logged on, and I swapped over and I killed Mitsusune and got a large crown because you collect the large and small crowns. So like dope. So I've gotten a lot of crowns naturally. The good thing is all these events that go on have a higher chance a lot of times of getting crowns. So that I'm not purposely hunting for them, but I'm getting a lot of them just naturally. By happenstance.
But you will be purposely hunting for
eventually.
them.
Eventually, when I get to the point where I need them, I gotta do the little things. Gotta go catch all the fish.
Strong word.
gotta go catch all the fish again and all the little stuff. But yeah, it's having fun making the gears. I'm rocking a gun lance, which is what I've been rocking for quite a few hours now. And sometimes I go back to the sword and shield and I'm like, this is great, this is fast, and then I get punched in the face and I'm like, back to gun lance anyway. Like I'm slow as hell, but have fun hitting me, nerds.
I think Gun Lance was the first weapon I tried out in Monster Hunter. It was a Vita one. I think it was Ultimate or something like that. I can't remember what's one of them Vita. But I remember the Gun Lance seemed like the coolest one to me because you can change it from a lance to a gun.
I think you should. I honestly think you would like heavy bowgun more, Alex.
I might try it, but because it also has like a big block, doesn't it?
It is a massive. It has. I think it's the second highest shield in the game, probably.
Is it? Like, yeah, I don't know. Christian was like, so you just keep like shooting things with the gun. Like, why aren't you using any other moves? And I was like, well, I can. But like, here's the thing: when I use the other moves, I'm like, see how I'm hitting for like 30 and 40 points of damage, or like if I don't hit a critical area, it's like 15 points of damage, and it's kind of slow. I was like, this one, your shelling, so just like 3 bullets you have, is a consistent number no matter where you hit them. So it's always, and like on most monsters, it's either 50, 60, or 70. So I can go like 60, 60, 60. So I can do 180 damage within like a second. And then like reloading takes another second. So it's like in 2 seconds, I can pop 250 damage. Just like pop, 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 pop.
You might like heavy bowgun because you get more options for ammo. And some of those pieces are pretty fucking cool. Especially like because you get like ultimate, not like ultimate like attack you get with those. And certain guns like have certain different ones. But there's like a mortar one and stuff like that, to where it's just like, okay, this is doing hella damage. I think, yeah. If you want to dabble in that just to see how
maybe,
it,
yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Like, I really just wanted something that I could go into some of those fights that I was having trouble with and just get through it. And I've had fun, but yeah, maybe I'll try heavy bowgun too and see how it goes. It's just, you have to aim, right? So like I have to run and aim, and like it's like shooting a gun, where with this one it's just kind of like I stand under the monster and it was like boom, 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 boom.
Could technically do that because there are shotgun shells and stuff like that you could use with a gun, but yeah.
All right, I'll check it out.
If you're further away,
that's all I've done.
Yeah.
That's all I've done. And not even a lot of that, to be honest. Okay. But tomorrow, when Preston is doing his stuff and we're not like playing a co-op or anything, I will still be on. I will still be on, and I will be like playing Monster Hunter and stuff, and I'll share it too, just if you want to have it up or whatever.
We'll have a minute to like kind of show everyone what we're playing and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it'll be a fun stream. All right, Christian, you want to go or you want me to
go? Up to you. I don't care.
I'll go real quick. All right, so played a shit ton of Pokemon Leaf Green. I have gotten all my badges, and I am currently on the grind for Victory Road. Because when you head towards Victory Road, you have to defeat your rival, who I have named Dingus, and Dingus has a couple of high-level Pokemon that I can't get past. So, I have looked...
Wait, you name your own rival?
You name yourself and the rival.
You always do.
Yeah, I always do in Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, you always name them something funny so you can, like, talk shit.
Well, to be fair, they come preloaded with names. You
Gary
can change them.
is usually the first one. Yeah. Or
gotcha.
Red or something like that, or Blue, depending on what game you get.
Like, in original Red and Blue, it was, you would choose... Like, if you picked Red, then your rival's name would be Blue. When you played as Yellow, or if you played Yellow version, because that was based on the TV show, your character's name would be Ash, and your rival's name would be Gary, based on the,
But, no, I always change it. It's my name for the my character, and then I figure some...
Do you always do Dingus?
No, it's always like some silly, dumb name, whatever I think is funny at the time. Dingus just seemed like something fun. I think I was trying to try Glup Shido, but it was too many letters. So
club shit though.
But yeah, I've been enjoying that. As far as my roster is concerned, it is for right now Blastoise. I got me a Zapdos because Pikachu wasn't really doing much as far as damage concerned, as far as electric. I kept him up all the way up until like level 40. We went through all the gyms with him and he was doing just fine. But for some reason, like once you get to that area, like that level of Pokemon, like he just is not doing the damage you want him to do. So we got Zapdos, and he's already at level 50, so that was nice. I have caught myself a new Vulpix and turned it to Ninetales for my fire. Right now I do have Hitmonchan, because I thought the whole, like... So you got Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee you get to pick after, like, the dojo for that. Normally I picked Hitmonlee because he's, like, one of the better of the fighting ones, but I'm like, well, it might be cool to get Hitmonchan because they have Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Electric Punch. And that'd be nice to have. But again, it just doesn't seem to be doing the damage that I would hope. Outside of that, Pidgeot got replaced by Zapdos. Same thing with Pikachu. Blastoise got Victory Bell still. Victory Bell is just doing fucking work when it comes to grass. I got my Kadabra. He's been doing great with Psychic.
And if you want to trade, by the way, we can just pick a time, but
we can do it tomorrow.
I was gonna say,
we can do it tomorrow.
Sure.
Because we're gonna have plenty of time. We're gonna look for things to do. I might just do that. But I was really hoping to have like them all leveled up to a point where I can just go through Victory Road and like just like squash it. But I have a feeling I have some more grinding to do. So, Leaf Green's been great. It's a great nostalgia trip. Just taking myself back, having a lot of fun with it. It's also a fantastic game to play. Like like you're like just putting YouTube stuff in the background you want to watch of someone else doing something, and then you just play that while you're watching that.
Yeah.
Other than that, haven't really played much else other than we got Star Wars Sundays. I finished Jedi Starfighter. That game is not as good as Starfighter, and Starfighter is not that good. So I think I started off with saying like, when I went into the second part, I'm like, this is about 2 out of 5. I played through that second part. I'm like, man, this is more of a 1.5 out of 5. And then I got real excited because I'm like, man, all these Star Wars games in this era had like a behind the scenes video they put in the bonus features. So you get some like gold medals or whatever, you get unlock these bonus features. And this one's like a day in the life of like LucasArts or like this artist or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, this would be a really cool thing to unlock, and then we can go watch it when we're all finished. We watched this, Alex, and this is like Newgrounds, like old school internet, where it's like a
worse.
A hand-drawn, like, Neopets-looking human character that just slides across the screen as this, like, weird, like, Imperial March tune kind of goes on. Which, to be fair, I like the music, but that's the only good part about this. But it was just so depressing and disappointing to see this behind-the-scenes thing. And it's just so I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll make you this. I'm like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And there's, like, some, like, animation go like this, and then something explodes, and it's all very bad. Go check it out. It's at the very end of Jedi Starfighter Part 2. It is incredible that they...
I don't even understand what it's for.
It's just to show you, like, because a lot of these games, like for Star Wars, like Lucas Arts had like hey, here's a behind the scenes of us making the game. And a lot of times it was like going back there, seeing people in the office, talking to people, just seeing who was working on the game. This was supposed to be a day in her life, but she ended up doing like just this like really quick animated... Not really animated, just like
so I'm she's just doing a Flash cartoon, but just trying to be funny.
It's
about
a Flash
what
cartoon.
The day in
Yes,
her
a Flash
life
cartoon. And day in her life
artist
was this. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, and it's long. I want to say it's like close to like 5 to 6 minutes, and it's not good. And I'm like, okay,
like I know that kind of, like I know it's saying what it's for kind of makes it sound like we're being fuddy-duddies about the whole thing. Because it's supposed to be like, oh, it's really a fun thing. It sucks though. Like it's just like
it's not good.
And maybe you could imagine a world where you would be kinder on it if the game was better, but like the game was already rough, and then so you're like, okay, back behind the scenes thing. I was watching Preston die, like just like light was leaving his eyes.
Because I was so excited to watch this. I'm like, what is this? What am I watching? Why is it still going? So my 1.5 turned into a 1 out of 5 because of that. It is definitely on the lowest of the ranking scales, which I'll probably redo during the stream. But yeah, it's, man, like Starfighter wasn't great, but I didn't completely hate the story. I did hate the one main character, who was the Naboo Starfighter guy. This one got rid of the Naboo Starfighter guy, and you got Arigala at Nim, and they make you go into first person. There's no third person. Everything feels floaty. The secondary weapons for most, if not all, the characters are bad. And man, that escort mission right at the end of that asteroid field was the biggest piece of shit in the world. Like, Geonosian fighters, you've seen they got a little bulb, they got a little beak on them. They're like, pew, 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 because they got a little laser right in front of it. These guys have fucking cluster missiles, and they just go to town on the fucking one shit that you're trying to protect. And you can't see where they're coming from. It's so much damage. We dropped it down to easy, and I finally got it. But man, like that mission just really tanked the ranking for me on that one. And then you put in the behind the scenes stuff, which just didn't help things at all. So, played through both those. They're games. You can play them. You can finish them. They're not good games, though. Which I feel bad, because I think Jake likes 1 or 2 of those games. I'm sorry, buddy, but they're not good. But yeah, moving on from that game, I'm not sure we're going to play next. I'll probably figure it out in the stream tomorrow. But I got Battlefront 1 and 2, the old school ones, downloaded. I even noticed that one of the Game Boy Advance or DS games for Clone Wars Republic Heroes is on Steam Library. So I might try that one out. We'll see what we want to do. But lastly, I did have a moment last night to play Replaced. So it replaces a 2D pixelated, very like cyberpunk-ish. Like if you like what is that fucking movie called? Not Edge Runner. Blade Runner. So yes,
Blade Runner.
Yes, Blade Runner. It's 1000% inspired by that. You can definitely tell. Like the character that you get like later on gets like a coat and has his pistol kind of thing. But the story is interesting. It's a lot of walking left to right and then sometimes getting into combat. Again, I played just under an hour, mainly because I was playing my Steam Deck. And as soon as you get through like the tutorial area, which I would say the combat is fun to me. It's very Batman Arkham-esque to where yellow lightning bolts flash above an enemy who's going to attack you. You press a button, you get to parry it. Sometimes they have a red lightning bolt, which means you need to dodge out of the way. That kind of shtick, light and heavy attacks. But I think they do a really good job at animating as far as like the weapon you have is the pistol, but the pistol can be pulled out to be a baton because it's a police weapon that you find. You don't really choose like which one you want to do, but when you're fighting, you're doing that. And then I know later on, because I played the demo, that you do get to charge up a meter to use like a shot. But there's really cool animation of him flipping stuff around, like jumping, hitting, and then flipping around and hitting another guy. Like they do a really good job with that pixel animation. I think it's great. All the art in here is just 10 out of 10. It's like fucking art is amazing. Story seems to be all right so far. Again, I'm under an hour in. But once you get out of the tutorial area and you're doing a lot of this left to right, kind of like almost like Limbo-esque, so like you're just running left to right, avoiding stuff, jumping over stuff, maybe moving a box. You go into the city, because you go back into the city. I'm not going to spoil like why you're outside of the city at this point, but you go back into the city. As soon as I hit the city button that says enter, my Steam Deck goes black. You can hear the game in the background, but you can't see it. Now, this is Platinum Steam Deck verified game, and this is what I'm dealing with. So, when they asked me is it verified, I told them no. But we'll see if I can find a fix for that. It's just disappointing because it seems like a perfect Steam Deck game. But I'm sure there's something weird that's going on in the background. Maybe with my Steam Deck, maybe with just like some silly thing that just a little bug. It could
just be a bug.
It's the first game this developer has ever made. So I'm giving it a lot of leeway on here. But from what I've played so far, it's been very good. It's just disappointing that I get black screened on that one section. But yeah, Replace is fun. I'm very excited.
Can you replicate it, or did you only do it once and never try again?
I did it 3 times.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Shut down the Steam Deck, start it back up.
And you're positive if you hit buttons, it doesn't like...
I can hear myself walking in the black screen and jumping.
Is there a flashlight by chance?
Nope. If there is, they haven't told me about it, but no, there has been a need for a flashlight recently. And yeah. So...
Damn.
We'll figure it out. I'll probably play a little bit on my PC just to see if the same thing happens. And if it does, maybe there's something I'm missing. But there's no prompt to hit a flashlight. There's no prompt to do anything to see things. So it is what it is. It was late in the night anyway, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll come back to this and see what happens. So who knows? Maybe it's just a weird small bug. So far, I'm liking it. It's living up to my expectations.
It's got to be more than a bug if you were able to replicate it 3 times. So something's happening there.
Yeah, there's something within the files or something like that. Maybe I have to need to reinstall it. Who knows? But yeah, we'll try that too. So that's always sometimes a fix. Plug it in, unplug it, and plug it back in. We'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah.
But
blow in the cartridge.
Exactly. But yeah, that's been it as far as games. I would like to mention real quickly. Scrubs has had the finale of this new season. I greatly enjoyed it. The last episode was very, very good. A lot of familiar faces showing up. I would say that the only thing I think they can do to improve it is just have more of the regular cast back in. Judy Reyes, who plays Carla, she's only in there for like 1 or 2 episodes of the entire season. But she's on a hit TV show right now, so she's very busy, so she can't be on that show, which is understandable. And like Dr. Cox, he has a reason for not being in that show very often, but he does show up at the very end again. The story where they left off as far as a cliffhanger for the next season, it'll start tugging on your heartstrings. This show, I think, has done very well with the fantasies, has done very well with these characters intermingling and like trying to just going through this new set of the story. The interns, I like for the most part, but I don't think they give them enough time to make some of the decisions that they make or some of the things that are happening with them mean as much as it did when it was, JD and everyone else. So it's nice to have them there, but I think that they're splitting the story and the writing more towards the older cast, which I like and approve of. But if you want to make the new, not interns, but if you want to make the new rookies, if you will, the newbies, matter more, you need to give them more time. You need to give them more story. You need to give them more time. But it's been great. The nurses are fantastic. I love those nurses. But yeah, that show did not disappoint me. So I had a very good fun time with it. So yeah, Scrubs have finished it up. If you haven't seen it yet, go to Hulu. It's all in there. It's very, very good. Highly recommend if you like Scrubs.
Cool. We did play one other game.
Are you talking about Returnal?
Nope. It's been some weeks since we played that.
Guilty Gear Strive 2.0, baby! Get ready for the Guilty Gear Strive segment of the podcast. We got in there. It feels very good. The matches last a lot longer. I don't know if it's just full nerfs all around for the damage that they do, or if they extended the bars as well. I'm not sure, but it's a huge change. Unfortunately, they didn't change as much of the interface as I'd like they would have done, but that's not really as big of a problem. But I've been watching a couple tournaments that have happened within the past week or so, and I'm enjoying even watching the game more, just because of how different it is and how much other characters
the TNS
perform.
The TNS tournament was sick. It was very good.
TNS tournament is fantastic. So, Guilty Gear is back, baby. I'm super into it, and since they fumbled the Alex update patch, they did not make him that much better as far as his story wise. So I will be probably sticking with Strive unless Christian wants to play some Street Fighter, which I still love Street Fighter as far as a fun game to play. I'll still play with Christian, but outside of that, I think I'm gonna start focusing more on Strive for sure.
Yeah, the game was great. Yeah, we got a bunch of rounds. We did our placement matches.
Mm-hmm.
It was very fun. This update is insane. It's like the single biggest, I think. It's almost the same level as like when an MMO releases an expansion and there's like just a fuck ton of content like this. And I think I think it's the beginning of May is when the battle pass drops, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll have cosmetics now too, to where like you're not getting new costumes, but like your character can get like a cosmetic.
It's like Tekken.
Yeah, to where it's like, okay, this guy's sword is now like an old school version of his original sword, which I think is a great idea. Or you can get glasses
for your, or you can do that. Like you can get all sorts of all sorts of different accessories for the character you can unlock.
Like the one game that didn't have any cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, but now
it's cool.
Very cool.
Well, it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like Tekken, but also speaking of Tekken, just continued. Check in on any of your friends. Yeah. Check in on any of your friends that play Tekken, man. They're in a bad way.
Especially since Strive came out and did exactly what they wanted to do to Strive, what they wanted to do to Tekken. Like, so I've been seeing on the Strive subreddit a bunch of people being like, "Hey, Tekken fan here, picked up the game for the first time since it was on sale. What should I like?" They're just asking questions, but you know what I mean. And I was just like, dude, that is. Like, I'm happy. That's great. More people coming to check out Strive. Obviously, a huge influx of players is great. All of those things. But man, what a bummer it has to be to just be like, oh, this game I like is just clearly... It's not going to do it.
It's dead now, and it's never... You're never going to... Like, you're just never going to fix it. You're just going to keep... Ugh. Like, honestly, it's not unlike when Titanfall 2, was being sunset for Apex, and everybody could kind of feel it, and then, like... all those hackers got into the game, and then I think EA or Respawn, one of them responded, was just like, hey, we're not fixing it, so...
But at least Titanfall was better in the eyes of people who enjoyed that game rather than Tekken.
That's true, because at least,
do
that's
not
true.
Like Whereas, the new Tekken, yes.
Yeah, there's not... Man, I'll never forget that video of that dude who went in and modded Tekken 8 and removed the heat mechanic from the game. Mm-hmm. And then a bunch of Tekken pros were watching it, and one of them just started crying. Like, he just was like, "This is
what I wanted.
This is all I wanted. This is the game. Like that. If I had this, I'd never play anything else." It was just like, dude, that's tough. Yeah, but anyway, Strive has been great. It was really cool to go back to that and see there's all these different changes. Characters getting new moves. Some characters getting complete reworks, like Asuka or that man, and then Happy Chaos.
Yeah, he wasn't doing well in tournaments. You had the champion who got towards the end, but still couldn't win at the very end.
He still didn't win,
You could tell
that's the important part.
You could tell he wasn't pushing it in as much as he used.
Yes, you could, but I will say him making it to grand finals in that tournament, I was like, dude,
he better not. Yeah.
Yeah, I really was.
He's one of the best Strive players ever. So like, you could probably give him any character, he'd probably still be getting up there. But yeah. Seeing Happy Chaos, I like, I just want to know that he is not going to be dominant with this character.
Yeah. I was just like, we need to not. He doesn't have to win. But yeah, it's cool. It was like fun going through and just checking out the new like just everything, just seeing like, hey, okay, so what do you have now? What's this? What's that? What are these changes? Right, like doing all that stuff, seeing what combos stuck around, which new routes are there. Like it was just cool to watch the whole community just like really
experience that game. It's like 3 or 4 years old now. I think it's more closer to 5 because it's when we started the podcast. I think it's closer to 5 years old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
4 or 5 years old, and they just completely got a refresh on that and just made it feel new, made it feel different enough. Like you could have told me this is the new Guilty Gear game, just made everybody look a little bit different, and I would have believed you.
2021, so 5 years. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, and honestly, man, it's a cool way to get life back into the fighting game. So it was very cool. I think I ended up at a Gentleman's Silver 2 placement, so for my ranked. So it kept me on the same tower level, but I think that's because they've separated ranked mode from towers now.
Yeah, we got the same tower, but we were definitely different ranks. I can't remember what my rank was. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good.
So,
but yeah.
But yeah, it was cool still. I had a lot of fun. And then I'm still playing through Fire Red as well as Monster Hunter Stories 3. The only other game that I played that I wanted to talk about that I think instantly earned a place in my top 10 this year. I don't know where, but it will be mentioned, which is The Final Sentence.
Yes, I've heard about this.
Yes. So at the time of this recording, I've won 4 times.
Okay.
I've won 3 battle royales and a knockout.
You want to tell people what this game is?
Yes. So, The Final Sentence is essentially a spin on a typing game, like those words per minute tests that you do. Mm-hmm. It's literally all it is. Except every single time that you make a mistake.
I really want to play this, and I opened up Steam the other day and saw it and went, "What?" And I saw it had a green dot on it, and I was like, "Who is playing this?" And it was Christian. And then I saw like what the game was. I was like, "What the fuck?" Is he playing right now?
It's incredible. I streamed some of it today for you, but you were too busy in armor psychosis to be able to.
No, I stepped away.
Psychosis.
I stepped away from the computer. I was talking to Allie downstairs.
But it is. The point is that every single time you make a mistake when you're in this typing test because you're working against other people, a man in a coat next to you loads 1 bullet into a revolver, spins it, and then plays Russian roulette with you. And if you survive, then he resets your mistake counter back down to 3, or back down to 0 from 3, and then you keep typing. And your goal is to make it to the end of the typing list, or at the end of the typing prompt, the fastest with the fewest mistakes, and then everybody else in the room gets shot. And you continue on. And the way that you know that you've won is so because every single time that you are about to get shot, like if they're playing Russian roulette, your character is like, "No, please don't do it," and then the guy will either shoot you or it won't happen or whatever. But if you win, then you look right at the character and go and flip him off, like, and then you keep going. This game has a ton of charm. It's got a fuck ton of modes. It's still pretty bare bones, but it's got the Battle Royale mode, which is you are playing against 40, I think,
in a
40
room
people.
Of people, right? Like it's like
you're in a room with people, so everybody's at a desk, and you're chained to the desk, and you're typing, and then it's just a fucking dude with a gun sitting there.
Shit.
Yeah, and the best part is that like there's all of these things that they've done that add to the stress of the game, because at first you're like, whatever, I'll just zone in, I'll do my typing and whatever. But so they added Arc Raider style voice chat where you just press a button, it's live to everybody, so everybody can hear you. But based on where your character is in the room is where the volume sounds like it's coming from, right? And so I've had many hilarious moments so far. Like I had a dude who was doing a Michael Jackson impression while we were playing. And every single time that he made a mistake, he would do the hee hee, like that thing. Like it was really fucking funny. I had some people that were just chatting, like they just were fucking talking it up, and then or they would be like role play, like if I could hear like the guy getting ready to shoot them, whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh no, please, mister!" Like it was like a whole thing, like it was just really funny. And there was tons of moments like that of just people going back and forth while you're typing, or just yelling in general, and you're like trying to focus. But then the best part is that it does the I think Peak and some other of the like friend games or whatever will do this where they will based on the audio they will like if you die like while you're yelling or something like that, like it's just like an abrupt cutoff, yeah. Right? And so somebody will be screaming and then you'll hear the gun go off and then it's just like boop, and it'll be like so and so has left the lobby. Like it's just like you can see it in the little corner. It's really fun, it's really funny. It's like $8 and it is one of the most compelling games that I've played in a long time. Like I think about it all the time. I just want to keep playing it.
Stream tomorrow then for sure.
Yeah. And the prompts are all, I think somebody has already seen all of the prompts. I think there's like 100 different prompts that you could see so far. And they sort of just randomly switch between them. I would love to see them just like continue to add more, right? Yeah. Like just keep updating it. But 100 prompts that's more than enough. Like it's fine. And some of them are like, they're just insane. Like one of them that I saw that I was in the lead for almost all the way until the end, where my brain just broke. But it was 5 sets of 4 lines of just saying I cannot tell a lie over and over and over again. Like that's all it said. And so I was like, at first I think I was over 100 words per minute. I mean, I was like 110, 100. I was flying. I was just like, I cannot tell a lie. I cannot tell a lie. I cannot tell a lie. Bump, done. I cannot lie. I cannot lie. And it was just kept going. And at the end, because and I'm sure it's designed this way, but at the end, I kept typing, and because I had flown through so fast at the end, something just happened, and it was just like mistake, shoot, mistake, and I got up to 3, and I was like, okay, I need to slow down, and so then I was like, boom, 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 like slow, like being really slow, but then because I was on the second mistake, getting onto a third, and I had already survived 3 Russian roulette ones, I was like, well, the chances are I'm definitely not going to survive the 4th. My hand started to shake. Like I was like shaking as I'm typing, and then I fucking missed the period at the end of I cannot tell a lie, and he fucking was like, "That's your 3rd mistake. Load the 4th bullet." Spuns it around, and he was like, "Boom!" And I died. And I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like it's so crazy. So that's the battle royale mode. The knockout mode is 8 people, and you are only racing. You just don't want to be last place, for a given prompt, like for a given set in a prompt, and you'll go until you're the last one standing. So you just keep doing that. That one's really fun. And there's a duel, which is just you and one other person typing against each other. And I think it works the same way, but I think it's for also counts mistakes in that one, I think. It's just you two staring at each other with the guy in the middle. It's just so... It's great. Whoever came up with this, what an amazing idea for a game. Okay. It is just such a fun thing. I one of the prompts I saw today actually was them asking for Steam reviews in the game, because it will load bots in if there is not enough regular people playing. And so it'll be like, don't you want to play against real people and not play against bots? And it was like, go and leave a Steam review. And it was like, that's the first thing. And it's like, a Steam review takes only 2 minutes. That's less time than it takes to play a round of this game. Like, it's like, as it keeps going, it's just so funny. Yeah, I loved it. Travis, I bought it because I saw that it was out, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna snag this. This looks great. Started playing it. I think Travis was watching me play it. He watched me play like 4 rounds of it, and then he was like, yep, I'm buying this game. Like, he was like, I'm not. It's just I'm absolutely gonna buy this game. Oh, and there's a custom mode too. You can make your own custom rooms and load as many people as you want into it with your own custom modifiers and stuff. That's cool. Like, if you want, it's like, so the base modifier is capital letters don't matter. So as you're typing, you don't have to like worry about
capitalize,
like hitting shift and you're right, but you can turn that setting on, and so yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I think that game's great. I can't wait to have other people try it, but it'll definitely be making the list somewhere on the list just from the moments I've had with it so far. It's very good.
That's awesome.
Nice. I downloaded it. Travis told me how funny it was when he watched you play it, so
yeah.
All right, cool. Anything else?
That's it for my week.
No? All right, everybody. Well, thank you for hanging out with us this week. Don't forget to check in with Preston on Star Wars Sundays. Of course, coming out later this week, we have the final part of BioShock 2, which is Minerva's Den, the DLC, and that'll be it. After that, Preston is going to give us his game coming up. We're going to be moving on to something else. So, yeah, check in with that. And with that, Preston, you know what to do.
Thank you for listening to another episode of The Testing Room. To catch up on past episodes or to check out the newest ones when they drop, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcast. If watching is more your thing, check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/@thetestingroom, or watch us live on twitch.tv/testingroomlive. To leave comments or ask questions, you can follow us on Instagram @testingroompod, leave a comment on YouTube, or send them in to testingroompod@gmail.com. See you next time.